in streaming, but when you are inside the room, the way we are speaking, it will be total live.
Okay.
But in a YouTube, the people will be on a view only mode. The webinars, and if you want one-to-one discussion, group discussions, panel discussions to be broadcasted to a lot many audience, all those features are available. And this is the platform, as I said, built using that. I don't know. I will take your feedback how the quality is.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. But how
What
does
I'm,
it
what I'm doing,
apply? So
Saraswati,
what as well is interesting for us is that most of our teachers now, they are located in different locations around the globe, and they will log on and they will broadcast themselves. What is then, so you could say normally our internet or our connection is stable and it's high speed and top performance, right? The sort of challenge comes when we are streaming from our ashram in India, in the Himalayas, where it depends a little bit on whatever weather is there,
I
whatever,
know, I know, I know.
there's a little winds or there's a little bit of rain, and then all of a sudden there's a significant drop in connection. Then as well, what's happening now with Wantage is that they are not able to respond in time, so we'll have to refresh our page, and people get, we lose our audience. So I would like to also know how adaptable it is to, optimize. Right now, for example, we've synced it so that we can compromise a little bit on picture quality, but so the video codec can go down, but the audio codec is not, compromised. And, so I don't know how does it work in those regards for you?
And I'm very glad, Saraswati, you raised this question. To explain this question to you, what I'm doing, I'm trying to share my screen. You can see how you look.
Yeah.
Do you see
Ah,
a
okay.
do you see a blue band which comes on top of your video?
Yes, yes, yes,
This
yes.
is in fact tracking your bandwidth.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So my server is actually tracking
Yeah.
your bandwidth, and
Uh-huh.
based on the bandwidth availability at your end,
Yeah.
it is trying to adjust the video quality.
Okay.
And if the bandwidth at your end drops down, my server will try to adjust the video quality. And if it is still fallen down, it will send the audio only. It will not abruptly disconnect the call. It will not
Okay.
abruptly drop the call. That is the intelligence which we are built in already.
Okay, good. And as well, how is it done? Because we have, what is also a second point that is important for us is that normally during the weekdays we'll have between, depending on the class, the live class that we have, we'll have between 20 to 40 people on. But then for twice a month we have a master teacher come on, and usually Saturdays or Sunday, and then we'll have around 150 to 250 people come. And so we need to make sure that it's scalable and that it's, it
We
can take
support
that.
we support up to 1,000 people. So up to 1,000 people, you will not find any glitches, any issues. And what type of classes also do you stream?
We
The
stream, no, it it varies, but normally during the weekdays we have live practices that are being streamed.
Mhm.
We are a yoga, meditation, wisdom
Okay, okay,
online
okay,
platform,
okay.
and then with our master teacher,
Uh-huh.
he does either a live practice or he does a satsang, no, a
Uh-huh.
wisdom talk. So yeah, so sometimes that is also the where the challenge with the video comes in as well, because the moment we do practices and we start moving our hands and stuff, or there's movement, a lot of movement, we need that to be able to be captured, you know.
And do you also want some sort of interactivity happening? The audience who are watching it, do you want them to also speak to the teacher
Mm,
sometimes?
we haven't had that possibility with the current solution. What we do have is currently a chat that our developers themselves have coded, so that whenever we're live, they can chat, asking questions and stuff, and say hi and all of that. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be nice to have additional features available, but it's not necessary. It would be nice as a broadcaster to be able to see your audience, right? So if that is possible, more like a Zoom, or more like we're sitting now. But then once there's 100 students or 200 people online, I don't know if it's
No,
gonna take up a lot of.
what we offer is, if there are 200
Yeah,
people online,
yeah.
right, and I as a teacher, suppose I'm giving a lecture, if an audience wants to speak to me, he can click on raise hand button. He will have a raise hand button on the UI. I as a teacher will get a notification that the following people they want to speak to me. I can allow each people one by one, and they can speak to me, and rest of the people can watch what we are talking. That is also good. Can be done. Can be done.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking it's a nice thing.
Perfect.
I
And
think
if you
it's
do
good.
not want interactivity, right?
Yeah.
On your
Yeah.
chat left, do you see there is some chat which I have just now sent?
Mm-hmm.
Can you copy that and paste it in a different browser URL? I'm a different browser tab.
Mm-hmm. That I can do.
Yeah, direct on the window.
Yes, it's a YouTube that is opening up.
Yeah.
Demo.
And
Yeah.
what do you see in the YouTube?
It's a demo. Oh, yes. I see myself eating.
So this what we are talking right now, I am just broadcasting it live on the YouTube now. It's a private channel, nobody else will see it, right? Just for the demonstration's sake, I am doing it. So if you have even such events where you want the world to know about you, and
Yeah.
you create a private channel of yourself and you want to broadcast it, you can do that.
Okay. Oh. Wonderful. No, this could be interesting. This could be very interesting. So what I would need is for our developers. I mean, Rishabh, you said he had already integrated it with a different client.
Yeah.
So it could be interesting then to try to, test it with our platform. And then as well, I would need to know like approximate pricing and what your, how do you do it? Do you have like a fixed monthly and then you scale it depending on bandwidth usage, or how do you do it?
I'll explain to you. What we charge you, our model is pretty simple. We charge you only if you consume our services.
Okay.
It's purely pay as you go. So, for example, in a month, if you don't have any classes because of any reasons, you actually don't pay us. Only
Okay.
if a person gets connected to and joins our session, we get paid. You pay us on a minute basis, per minute per participant.
Per minute per participant.
Per
Okay.
participant, and that can go up to since it's a webinar scenario, right? Right, it can be around 0.0025 US dollars per minute per participant.
Okay.
Right, and it's
So-
purely on consumption.
so-
And if your volume grows up, we can even have a discounting applied to it.
Okay. So would you be able, it's Himadri, no?
Pardon? Himadri, yeah.
Himadri, would you be able to send me this pricing scheme, and then based on our usage this month,
Yeah.
so say that all our classes is approximately 1 hour. Okay.
Okay.
We have 5 classes in the weekdays.
Okay. In a day.
So that would be 5 hours of live streaming classes with say on average 30 people. Okay.
Okay, I'm just noting down 30 people in a class and 5 hours a week, right?
Yes, and then twice a month we would have 150 people,
Okay.
and also an hour
Okay.
on
Done.
average.
Perfect.
so that I just get an idea what would that look like,
Perfect.
just so that I know the range we're operating in. Okay.
Perfect. So I will send you this price, assuming that there is a full strength. But as I told you, we are all dynamic. Say, for example, you have scheduled a class of 30 minutes, of 60 minutes with 30 people,
Yeah.
but only 5 people join on the first 5 minutes, and they leave after something. So what time a user was connected to, it will be calculated only for that time. If a particular student has joined and he stayed in the class for only 10 minutes and left, you will have to pay only for 10 minutes, not for the entire 30 minutes or 60
Okay.
minutes.
That's good to know. So if you
Yeah.
could include that,
I'll do that. So I will
just so that we know.
Yeah, so I will assume that all the 30 people remain active for 60 minutes. What is the full capacity it can happen? What can be your overall outflow? Right. But
Yeah.
obviously, our estimation says that whatever price I give you, your
Yeah.
actual usage will be around 30% less, because there will be many
Okay.
absentees, many people will drop off before the session. All those
Okay.
things will happen.
Perfect. Okay, wonderful. Yes. So if we can just, include that in the proposal so that I know you just this is at full capacity, and be mindful or note that if this drops out, then the price will
Perfect.
be
I'll do
adjusted
that.
accordingly, no?
I'll do that.
And then as well, if you in that email could send us so that we could test
So what
with
I will do,
our yeah.
I will give you credits for testing also, no question asked. Right. I will create one account, a demo account for you, and share the login credentials with Rishabh, because he will be the one using it. Right.
Yes.
So I will be needing few information, Saraswati, to create one demo account or a trial account for you. One is the organization name of yours,
Sattva Connect.
Sattva Connect. That is one. I
Same.
will need a email ID which I can use yours.
Yeah, you can use info@sattvaconnect.com.
info@sattvaconnect.com. Okay. I will need a contact person, which is I will put as you,
Yeah, you can put me.
and I will need a phone number.
A phone number. Is it better for you to put maybe Rishabh, because he is on Indian time, and I mean he just as a connection, because he is the one who's gonna be doing.
I will do that, but if I use an Indian phone number,
Yeah.
then the billing will happen in Indian rupee. You want that billing to happen in Indian rupee or in dollars?
It could be fine, because I mean we're basically an Indian company. The
Oh,
only
great.
reason why our legal entity is registered in the US is only because these silly payment gateways does not work in India.
I would still suggest, Saraswati,
Yeah.
to get it in dollars, because
Okay.
if you do it in India, let me be very honest
Yeah.
to you, there is an 18% tax which will go away from your payment to the government. So in
Okay.
fact, you will end up paying me 18% more.
Okay.
But
No.
dollar,
So you can invest me in dollars, no problem.
so
But
that is a
then,
perfect thing.
yeah. So I'm on WhatsApp. You can always contact me on my Norwegian phone. I'm in
No.
Spain.
So see, for working
Yeah.
purpose,
Yeah.
for working purpose
Yeah.
and everything, I will
Yeah.
contact Rishabh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But for your number, I will keep
Yeah.
it as just an entry in my database, so that
Okay.
everything happens.
Okay.
If I
All
can know
right.
your number.
Perfect. Yeah, it's 47 for the Norway code now, and then
Plus
it's
47, huh?
yeah, and then
Okay.
it's 41069595.
So I'll just repeat, plus 47
Yeah.
41069595.
Yes, sure. And then another thing that I just remember to ask you now, when it comes to sound, no, oh, sorry, this is my cats are being naughty. When it comes to the audio codec, is it possible to use multiple sound inputs, or how is that? Or also camera, how is it? Can we use external camera as a feed in?
You
Or
can
how is it?
always do that. You can always use an external camera for a feed in. Right.
Okay.
Any camera which a PC can recognize.
Okay.
Just to share that with you, I'll just share my screen, or you can see on your left.
Yeah.
Your left at the bottom, do you find a setting option?
Hang on. Right
On
now
your
I
left
have
at the bottom.
yeah, I do.
In the setting, there is something called devices on top.
Oh wait, hang on. No. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. So here I can choose the camera. Okay. And microphone. Okay.
Right? So you can choose whatever camera you
Yeah.
wish to choose. If you have attached the external camera, then you
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah. Okay. And when it comes to sound, the only reason why I'm saying is that sometimes we might be playing, I may use this and use that external camera, but then maybe I will play some music in the background. So how will it adjust,
So that is at this moment not possible. What we have to do in
Mm,
that case, I'll tell Rishabh, there's
mm,
a technical way of doing it
mm,
also. We
mm,
will make one browser client enter the room
mm,
as a stealth user. That means they will not be visible to anybody. And then
mm,
from there, we can take a sound feed. Right.
okay.
Technically, it can be experiment. We don't have support for it, but yes, there's a other way around. There's a
Mm.
turnaround way to do that also. That I
Okay,
will discuss.
okay, just good to know. Good to know. It would just be like some
Some soothing
soft,
music during
simple.
the talks. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, cool. All right, good to know. Good to know. We just have to test it,
Yeah,
Himadri,
sure.
and then as well, I would look forward to receiving your proposal, and then with some estimates, so that we just have something to compare with, that we know approximately what we're looking at as cost-wise. Okay.
Perfect. I'll do that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Bye bye.